I mean, I think it's looking like Virginia's going to be very close, closer than most people thought. Is it available for Trump? Who knows? But it's certainly shaping out to be fairly close right there.
Now, keep in mind, a lot of these states, like Georgia, you're looking at early vote totals being dropped. And Trump is running ahead of his numbers in most of the counties that I've looked at so far. And as the vote progresses, you get past that 70% mark, this should be more Republican-heavy vote. Fulton County, 53% in. You got Cobb County, more than half of the vote is in Cobb. Gwinnett hasn't reported much, but Trump is out to a lead of 270,000 with lots of red territory left yet to count any ballots. So Trump is in a very good position here in Georgia. Like I mentioned, his lead in Duval County suggests that he would improve his performance there. And really all throughout Florida, you see indicators of a working class shift, but also strengthened suburban support. Now, Hillsborough County, Trump leads Hillsborough County by 3 points. That is Tampa and the surrounding area. Biden won that county by 7 points in 2020. So Trump is up there by 29,000 votes. In St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, St. Petersburg, he's up 26,000. So he's got a big lead there of more than 5 points. And now that the panhandle is beginning to come in, Trump has a lead of more than 12 points with about a sixth of the vote left to be counted. So it looks like Trump could be heading for a 15-point win in Florida.
Well, in terms of Georgia, we just got word that Fulton County now is +3 for Trump over where it was in 2020. So again, if you're just holding the line in Fulton and in Gwinnett and DeKalb, and you're turning out the red rurals every place else, Georgia is not going to be a problem for President Trump. I think we're all kind of looking for what's going to happen out of Pennsylvania and Michigan here with these early numbers coming in from Michigan. Michigan's going to close in about 1 more hour, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think Michigan closes in about an hour. And then we will also see Minnesota and Nebraska. The interesting thing in Nebraska is you got that one elector in Omaha. Isn't that Omaha where that one elector is?
We have the 2nd district of Nebraska. So there's 3 1 electors. So you got Nebraska 1, which is the surrounding area around Omaha. So the Nebraska 2 vote is Saunders, Sarpy, and Douglas, Omaha counties. And 1 is a ring around that to the west of, obviously, the Missouri River. And then you have District 3, which is all the remainder of Nebraska. Now, why the Nebraska legislature couldn't carve this up to make sure that the second vote went Republican or make their state winner take all, well, that's another story. Really the only positive Republican loss this cycle may be Don Bacon out of Nebraska, too. I think that would be better off having a different start without him. But if Trump could pull Nebraska, too, which he won in 2016, then that could prevent a 270 to 268 scenario and cause you a 269-269 split, which, of course, would be chaotic in itself. But that is one elector that we've had our eyes on for some time. And given his progress in urban areas, I think that's a 2 to 4 point race, maybe in favor of Harris at default, but depending on turnout, could be a Trumpy.
Well, this district was won by Biden in 2020 by about 22,000 votes. And then in the Republicans had chopped that lead by something like 16,000 new registrations in that area. So you're down to a Democrat lead of somewhere in the neighborhood of 6,000 or 7,000 votes, which the way I look at it is always you don't have to flip 6,000 or 7,000 people. You have to flip 3,600, flip half of that, and you win the district. Now, this was a big battle. And strangely, it's one of the very few battles Republicans have lost in this entire lead-up system to the election. They had a fight over whether or not to award all of the state's electors there in Nebraska to the overall state winner. And it lost by a single vote in the Nebraska, I think it was Senate. We had one rhino in the Senate who wouldn't go along with that. And so they still had this split elector. And, of course, Maine is the other state. It has split electors, which is a little strange, but